Okay, I did a little video yesterday, but I needed some little bit of editing. But my buddy here, I can't get a hold of him. Anyway, it don't matter. I never read the story. Here, I'll show it here right quick. There you go. So, fine height on agenda legislator as legislator return. So the legislator is going to return next this Friday. Is this Thursday or Wednesday? Anyway, it don't matter. Nobody knows what day it is anyway. I never read this, so I heard it on CBC News yesterday. They're going to reconvene the legislator Friday, 11 o'clock, to jump the fine that if a person don't physically distancing himself or herself from people, they'll get fined. Now, I was very, very upset when I heard that. I don't know what the fine, I don't know what the story. Let's see what the Irving media is saying. I never read this. We'll have a look. The New Brunswick legislator is being recalled an emergency setting and part of the hike fines for those breaking social distancing rules. Now, this is interesting. Speaker Daniel Guitar, that's the speech he issued, the abrupt return will be slimmed down version of the legislator, just enough MLA to pass the bill. Liberal House Leader Guy Arsenault told New Brunswick News, the Irving, that there are 3 legislative changes to be mulled over. One being an increase in fines for people who violate social distancing. These liberals, it's the same liberals that force prisoners to walk home. Okay? These liberals are scumballs. But I'm surprised Blaine Higgs agree with this. But no, well, we'll just keep on reading. Blaine Higgs said earlier this week that the province police force, police state, are receiving hundreds of calls about potential corona rule breakers, but most are being given warnings, although the number of tickets is rising. See, this is where, I'll get to that later. There have been 26 issued over the course of the state of emergency. Fines currently range, I have another coffee, range from $292 to $10,000, $10,200. Meanwhile, Arsenault said there will be a proposed amendment, blah, blah, blah. Any more about Green leader, David Kuhn, what is he saying? Said the parties were expected to receive a draft copy on the bill Tuesday night, allowing the parties to propose amendment ahead of Friday sitting. I just emailed him this morning. Premier spoke, Nicole Carlin, said in a statement, House leaders have agreed to convene to the House on Friday, while only adding that it deals with several pieces. People Alliance, Chris Austin, see, they're in the cabinet now, said it didn't have further details of the bill. They're lucky I'm not in front of it. I might go down just to ask them questions Friday. An adjournment motion was being left to the speaker. This happened last week. Okay, so this is what's going on here. The government is never in charge. It's not the politician. It's the bureaucrats. Just for an example, when the government was announced, when it was announced that the government was shutting down, the bureaucrats goes into the minister's office and said, okay, get out of here, we're done. Everybody goes home, everybody go home. The bureaucrat tells the minister everybody goes home. That's the way it runs. The government, politicians are only there for just to pretend we have a democratic system. Now those bureaucrats, with Blaine Higgs, very disappointed. I emailed David Kuhn this morning. What they're going to do, they're going to put the fine so high that they're going to go after the less fortunate. They're going to go after people with mental illness. The Fredericton police force are really going to crack down because they're the ones that were chasing Indians and welfare bums and people with mental illness. Oh, well, you're not wearing a helmet. Oh, here's a fine. They couldn't pay the fine. They go to jail. So they're going to haul these people in court. Well, I'm a social assistant. I can afford a $1,000 fine. And then the prosecutor, this is the point here. The prosecutor is going to say, Your Honor, we must send a message to the public. This man or woman threatened the public by not social distancing herself or himself. Therefore, we must send a message to the public. This will not be tolerated in the future. 6 months in jail. No lawyers, no nothing. So, Blaine Higgs, you should be ashamed of yourself to go after the less fortunate this way. Anyway, this is terrible. I wonder what David Cohn and Chris Austin is saying about all this. Stay tuned. Shish.